Today we're going to be working in my book called Kadesh Barnea to the Plains of Moab and looking at the table of contents. Basically, we're near the 40th year of their traveling around in the wilderness, and God is situating them to enter the promised land. They have tried different ways to get to the location they were supposed to, but they ended up traveling around the base of Edom and coming up through and into the plains of Moab. In this process, in this first part, we lose both Miriam and Aaron. So Moses is the only one alive of the three. So then they also work on some of the enemies to the north, which will have more meaning later in the story. Now we come into an interesting thing about Balak and Balaam. Balak is the king of Moab. Balaam is a prophet. Balak has summoned Balaam to curse Israel. And yet Balaam tries to do that, but talks to God and end up blessing Israel instead, which is really kind of funny. We have the famous story of Balaam and his talking donkey, which we hear a lot of people say, hey, if God can make a donkey talk, he can do just about anything. And we've heard his first message. Now we're going to go into the second and third messages. Chapter 10, Balaam's second and third messages, Numbers 23:13 to 24:14.
Then Balak said to him, "Come with me to another place where you can see them. You will not see them all, but only the outskirts of their camp. And from there curse them for me." So he took him to the field of Zophim on the top of Pisgah, and there he built 7 altars and offered a bull and a ram on each altar.
Has Balak given up?
No.
Where does he take Balaam now?
Field of Zophim on the top of Pisgah.
Right. So it's on the map, highlight it. So we see Zophim right there. Okay, they were in Bethpor, I guess, before. No, they were in Bamath before. Then they went to Zophim. Okay. What is particular about this place regarding the Israelites?
The lamb will only see the outskirts of their camp.
Right. It appears that Balak thought Balaam was overwhelmed and awed by the size of the Israelite camp. What did Balak build and offer there?
7 altars and offered a bull and ram on each altar.
Good grief. The amount of animals being sacrificed for this.
I know.
Do you think the result will be different? Why or why not?
No different. The Lord will not change his mind.
Yeah. It isn't the offerings that makes him do what he wants. It's other things.
The lamb said to Balak, "Stay here beside your offering while I meet with him over there." The Lord met with Balaam and put a word in his mouth and said, "Go back to Balak and give him this word." So he went to him and found him standing beside his offering with the Moabite officials. Balaam asked him, "What did the Lord say?"
Does Balaam move away from Balak to get the message from God?
Yes.
What does the Lord put in Balaam's mouth?
Go back to Balaam.
Right. This is technically a prophetical oral, a blessing rather than just a word. The Lord tells Balaam to go back to whom? Balak, right?
Balak.
Where was Balak?
With the offering.
Who was with him?
Moabite.
What do you think Balaam is going to say to Balak? Will it be the curse on Israel that he's looking for?
No, he's not going to curse Israelites.
Is Balak going to continue this mission until Balaam curses Israel?
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, recycle.
Persistent. Then he spoke his message. "Arise, Balak, and listen. Hear me, son of Zippor. God is not human that he should lie, not a human being that he should change his mind. Does he speak and then not act? Does he promise and not fulfill? I have received a command to bless. He has blessed, and I cannot change it. No misfortune is seen in Jacob, no misery observed in Israel. The Lord their God is with them. The shout of the king is among them. God brought them out of Egypt. They have the strength of a wild ox. There is no deviation against Jacob, no evil omens against Israel. It will now be said of Jacob and Israel, see what God has done. The people rise like a lioness. They rose themselves like a lion that does not rest till it devours its prey and drinks the blood of its victims.
So verse 18 says,
Arise.
Balak and listen. Verse 17 says that Balak was already standing. So this is more be alert. In verse 19a, what two attributes of humans does God not have?
Lying and changing his mind.
In verse 19b, does God say that he always keeps his promises?
Yes.
In verse 20, can Balaam change a blessing into a curse?
No.
In verse 21a, how do you go ahead and fill that?
No misfortune is seen in Jacob, no misery observed in Israel.
How can this be, since God has had numerous problems with the Israelite nation? God was well aware of Israel's sins, golden calf idolatry, complaining, and rebellion. However, in this moment, he chose not to impute or charge that sin against them so that he would not have to curse them. It foreshadows the New Testament concept of imputed righteousness, where God sees believers as righteous through Christ's work, not their own actions. Go ahead and fill out number 6.
The Lord their God is with them. The shout of the king is among them.
The tabernacle of God is in their midst. The shout of the king is prophetic. Verse 23 talks about sorcery versus the one true God. In Israel, which one will prevail, God or sorcery?
God.
Yeah. And verse 24 talks about Israel and compares it to a lioness. What does this tell us regarding Israel conquering its enemies?
Will not rest till it devours its prey.
Right, exactly. The only thing that Balak is not aware of is that there is a omen not to attack Moab. If he knew that, he wouldn't go through all this nonsense.
Then Balak said to Balaam, neither curse them at all, nor bless them at all. Balaam answered, did I not tell you I must do whatever the Lord says?
Was Balak happy with the second message?
No.
What did Balak say?
Neither curse them at all, nor bless them at all.
Balaam responds again the same way as the first. What does he say?
Did I not tell you I must do whatever the Lord says?
After two messages from God, you start to see that God has outmaneuvered both Balak and Balaam. In Balaam's case, does the Lord despite the Lord telling him not to travel with the officials to Balak, and despite the trouble on the road, does Balaam still go?
Yes, to Moab.
Despite his knowledge of God, whatever that is, does he still seek him to curse Israel?
Yeah.
In Balak's case, despite Balaam's initial resistance to come, does he still push him to come?
Yes.
Balak seeks a prophet, so he doesn't want just a curse from a man, but from a
God.
Yeah. Do you think Balak will quit at this point?
No.
Nope. Yep. Stubborn mules, both of them are.
Yeah. Then Balak said to Balaam, come, let me take you to another place. Perhaps it will please God to let you curse them for me from there. And Balak took Balaam to the top of Peor, overlooking the wasteland. Balaam said, build me 7 altars here and prepare 7 bulls and 7 rams for me. Balak did as Balaam had said and offered a bull and a ram on each altar.
Here we go again. What is Balak going to take? Where is Balak going to take Balaam now?
Top of Peor.
Yeah. This is Beth Peor on the map. Highlight it. We see it on the map. Does it say that they can see the Israelite camp from here?
No.
No. What is built and offered again?
7 altars, 7 bulls, and 7 rams.
Good grief. How many? This is like 21 bulls and rams. What is Balak thinking? Pick which one might apply.
I think all of them. This God is waiting until the offering of the rams and bulls is high enough to change his mind, that Balaam is getting overwhelmed by the size of the Israelites' camp, so seeing less of the enemy would make him not afraid so he can curse Israel. that he will pay or do anything to defeat the Israelite camp. I
Right.
guess
I
all
believe
of
that.
them up.
Yeah, all of
I
them are
thought
true.
first, it was B, but then I read it again and I thought, well, maybe all of them.
Yeah. Yeah. They all apply.
Now, when Balaam saw that it pleased the Lord to bless Israel, he did not resort to deviation as at the other times, but turned his face toward the wilderness. When Balaam looked out and saw Israel encamped tribe by the tribe, the Spirit of God came on him, and he spoke his message.
Here we see that Balaam is getting the message, even if Balak is not, that God is using him to
Bless
rather than
first.
Israel. Balaam did his connection to God differently. What did he do differently?
He did not resort to deviation as at other times, but turned his face toward the wilderness.
The text suggests he normally used a standard professional pagan divination, omens, and enchantments to gain information from the spirits. That's what he normally did. Where did Balaam turn his face to?
The wilderness.
The wasteland emphasizes a specific desolate, arid wasteland region east of the Dead Sea. It portrays a barren view from the top of Peor. The wilderness refers to the broader, open, uncultivated desert or wasteland area. It is the place of revelation, where Balaam sets his face to witness the orderly, protected camp of Israel. Does it appear that Balaam saw all of Israel camp?
Yeah.
Did the Spirit of God come to him again?
Yeah.
Now, make a note here that they were actually set up where he couldn't see any of Israel, and yet he said all of Israel in camp. So that is part of his Spirit of God coming to him, is seeing all this vision of all the Israelites tribe in camp.
Okay. The prophecy of Balaam, son of Beor. The prophecy of one whose eye sees clearly. The prophecy of one who hears the words of God, who sees a vision from the Almighty, who falls prostrate and whose eyes are open. How beautiful are your tents, Jacob, your dwelling places, Israel. Like valleys, they spread out, like gardens beside a river, like aloes planted by the Lord, like cedars beside the waters. Water will flow from their buckets. Their seed will have abundant water. Their king will be greater than Agag. Their kingdom will be exalted. God brought them out of Egypt. They have the strength of a wild ox. They devour hostile nations and break their bones in pieces. With their arrows, they pierce them. Like a lion, they crouch and lie down, like a lioness who dares to rouse them. May those who bless you be blessed, and those who curse you be cursed.
Right. And that we even hear that today. Those who bless you be blessed, and those who curse you be cursed.
Yeah.
In verses 3-4, Balaam talks about eyes and seeing. What does he say about these?
Eyes are clearly sees a vision from Almighty, and eyes are open.
Remember that he said that he did not resort to any divination methods. This was truly the gift of prophecy. Eyes being opened wouldn't just be about actually seeing. What else could it mean here?
That Balaam sees what God is showing him. Israel is blessed.
Describe what Balaam is seeing in verses 5-7. How does that give the impression that the Israelites will be successful in their endeavors?
How beautiful are your tents, your dwelling place in Israel, like valleys, gardens, aloe, and cedars, so peaceful and blessed.
Right. So he's seeing in his vision, he's seeing a successful Israel, isn't he? In verse 7, who would the Israelite king be greater than?
Agag.
Agag was a title, like Pharaoh, for the Amalekite king. Later in the book of Samuel, Saul will spare King Agag, another king of the Amalekites, his life only to have Samuel kill him. In verses 8 and 9, Balaam talks of Israel in battle and uses again the picture of a wild ox and a lioness, similar to his prior message. What is similar to his prior message in Numbers 23?
Strength of wild ox and lioness is similar.
Right. So yeah, he's still using them as proof that Israel will succeed, and he's blessing them. The last sentence of verse 9 is a warning to Balak. What is the warning?
May those who bless you, Israel, be blessed, and those who curse you be cursed.
Right. He's kind of telling Balak, you got to stop this or you're going to be cursed.
Yeah. Then Balak's anger burned against Balaam. He struck his hand together and said to him, I summoned you to curse my enemies, but you have blessed them these 3 times. Now leave at once and go home. I said I would reward you handsomely, but the Lord has kept you from being rewarded.
How did Balak feel about the 3 messages of Balaam's?
Angry.
Yeah. Where does Balak tell Balaam to go?
Home.
Does Balak reward Balaam for all his work?
No.
Who does Balak blame for Balaam not cursing Israel?
The Lord.
Yeah. Do you think Balak will stop trying to have Israel cursed?
No.
Why do you think Balaam continued to encourage Balak to offer sacrifices? Did he think the Lord would change his mind?
Not sure why Balaam kept after Balak.
Yeah. It's kind of like after a while, I think he was interested in what God wanted to say. Don't know. There are several men that were not Israelites that God spoke to: Balaam, prophet of Aram, Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, Abimelech, king of Gerar, and Melchizedek, king of Salem. How do you rationalize this? Can God talk to anyone, even those who aren't faithful to him?
God can talk to anyone if they believe him or not.
Right. Yeah. If God can use him, he'll talk to him.
Balaam answered, did I not tell the messengers you sent me? Even if Balak gave me all the silver and gold in his palace, I could not do anything on my own accord, good or bad, to go beyond the command of the Lord. And I must say only what the Lord says. Mm-hmm. Now I am going back to my people, but come, let me warn you of what this people will do to your people in the days to come.
So not only am I not going to curse them, but I'm going to tell you what they're going to do to you in days to come. Oh, great. Does Balaam tell the messengers that even if Balak gave him all silver and gold in his palace, he could not do anything of his own accord?
Yeah.
Again, look at Numbers 22:18. Compare to this verse. In 22:18, Balaam calls the Lord
my
God, but he does not include that here when he's talking. But does he include that here when he's talking directly to Balak?
The Lord.
Yeah, the Lord, not my Lord. Where is Balaam going to go?
Back to my people.
He is from Aram. What is Balaam going to do before he goes back home?
What this people will do to you, your people, in days to come.
Remember when God told Moses not to fight with Moab? With that in mind, what do you think Balaam will prophesy that the Israelites will do to the Moabites in the days to come?
Balaam will tell Balak the Israelites will not hurt his kingdom.
Yeah, I think that's where he's going to head. That's our logic at this point. So now we come to the crossword. Okay, yes, Balaam could only
bless
the Israelites. 3, for the third message, Balak brought Balaam to the top of
your.
Okay. 5, Balak told Balaam that the Lord kept him from being
rewarded.
Yeah. 7, who was standing with the Moabite officials at the altars?
Balak.
9, Balak is the son of whom?
Zippor.
11, at the field of Zophim, Balaam would only be able to see the
outskirts
of the Israelite camp. Number 13, God through Balaam describes Israel like a wild ox, a lion, and a
lioness.
Okay, 2 down. On the third message, the
Spirit
of the Lord came to Balaam. 4, a bull and a ram were offered at each
altar.
6, for the third message, Balaam did not resort to
deviation.
Right. 8, the Lord put a word in Balaam's
mouth.
10, for Balaam's second message, Balak took to him to the field of
Zippim.
on the yeah on the top of Pisgah. 12, Balak wanted Balaam to
Curse.
the Israelites. Yep. So that's
Well, I'm glad that Balaam stuck to his guns. He's got to do what the Lord said, and that was it.